special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC Championship game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Bernstein. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Brings up third down. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Dumps it down to the back. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Tight end goes in motion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Back to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Beebe. Defense stops him short of the mark, so now it's fourth down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field. they'll go for it. The short completion of the tight end.
And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job of the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
This just goes to show you, everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
He's found some room at the 45. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
First down, why not keep it on the ground? They test the middle there, but get nothing.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. A play action, looking to throw. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense getting set. It's second down. He's going to hand this off. They got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quick throw to the left side. Oh, he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up fourth down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for three. Trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. He's back to throw again on second down. Caught quickly. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The receiver grabs it. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Tide! So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, it's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Bringing pressure. Launches it deep down the left side. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. The back's got it. It's a strong play by the defense as time expires in the 1st period. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We'll check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. Touchdown, Tigers. They connect for 6.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Beebe. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Looking to pass here on second down. The pocket breaking down, and he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he can hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. 4th down. He's throwing for it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Looking to throw again. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Breaking free at the 35. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Able to make the recovery and avoid a crushing turnover. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Throwing for his running back. Checks this down to the running back. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, that is a great throw, but first, man, let's give all the credit to that offensive line. How long did he have back there in the pocket? Seems like 3 or 4 seconds to be able to navigate and figure out where to go with the ball, and he put it right on the money.
Looking for 6, and it's picked off in the end zone. Tackle made after a short return, and the pick ends that threat.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. Tackle made after just a short game. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs on the scramble. Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a fourth down call. He cannot be serious. This coach is going to go for it. Back up to his own end zone. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down.
He escapes the pocket.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking for his big tight end. And he throws his third interception of the day. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Off the play fake on first down. Buying time now, rolling to his left.
He's got it with room to run.
And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play.
Oh, it would have been a big momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it.
Now it's second down here. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Here's the target, and it's complete. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Well, when you dial up man-to-man coverage, a lot of times you'll see that free safety back in center field. Here, because of so many receivers, he has to come up and play man coverage. Does a heck of a job of being in phase with the receiver and then getting his eyes up to knock that ball away. Nice play.
Moves out of the pocket.
On the run here. Lets it go. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back.
He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field.
Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. But he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's going to take off here. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense, being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Gets rid of it on the move. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. They've got it, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Breaks free. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's the consistency in this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays.
They trapped him for a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
1st down, looking to throw the football. The pass rush closing in. Swarm with the pass rush, a sack. It's time enough for one more play in the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Returner decides to field it. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were productive in the first half, but hurt themselves with turnovers. Let's see if they can fix that here as we get the 3rd quarter going.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Looking for a man. He escapes the pocket. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Great play.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Not only does the defense defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Will not be brought down. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Single back, takes the handoff. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. No gain there. This defense had been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays. Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Look at this offensive line paved the way for this back on this huge run. This is the way you come out to start the 2nd half, working with a lead.
Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, LSU. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
They'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT gives them a 10-point lead, 17-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
It's a quick grab. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Got to make it 3 for 3 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Well, at this point, the offensive coordinator has to think about going to the other quarterback. That's his 4th interception in this game alone. He's throwing the ball in the coverage, and the defense is making him pay for it.
Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it.
Signs a good throw. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
LSU has moved into the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Receiver makes the grab. Breaking free at the 35. They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Play action here on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. First down to the 27.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The ball is caught. Touchdown, Tigers. They continue to roll up the score.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out, he's got great speed. They finally get him, but that's a great return. The last line of coverage guys just able to corral him, but a great spot to start this drive. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. And they heave it deep downfield. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Pressure is coming. Blitz and a quick sack. That time it's the free safety getting hold on the blitz to blow it up.
Well, he had a long way to go, and it's a bit of a risk because obviously the free safety is the last line of defense on these long pass plays, and he's coming after that quarterback, and he's got to make sure he gets home quickly to make the play on the QB. Otherwise, you're at risk of giving up a big play through the air. Great job there in timing that up.
Incompletion brings up third down. Motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He's running out of time here. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
They'll try a pass here, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense...
He's in the clear at the 10. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Alabama.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The offense is out there. Here comes a two-point conversion attempt. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a two-point conversion to cut into this lead. LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense operating from the pistol. Play fake, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, LSU. They are pouring it on now.
Now that's what great teams do. Things are getting a little bit too close, so they go right down the field with just a few plays to put this game right back to having a comfortable lead.
They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
38-15.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So after the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Grab by the receiver.
Great job by the defender coming up with that tackle that'll keep him short of the first down. I think the quarterback thought his receiver could win any one-on-one battle, but this defender makes a heck of a play, and now we got fourth down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Beebe. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it in the open. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense. But
refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Bama.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. Here, not even on a design QB run, able to create, use his legs, threaten the defense with his arm, and eventually off the scramble gets into the end zone. Great play.
Looking to throw here. On the move now. And he's got it. So they convert the two-point conversion, get it back to a two-score game to keep their slim hopes alive. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. He's got the first down and more. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
God, I love to see a quarterback willing to put his life on the line for his teammates. What a job here of picking up the first down, taking that big hit, and going right back to the huddle. You can see his teammates patting him on the back.
Finds an open target on the left side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Pounding away with the run game. Picks up the first, looking for more. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock. But these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the runner takes off to his right. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw.
And it's intercepted in a desperation throw here. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, the defense does exactly what they needed to get back into this game. It's a 2-possession game. With this interception and a quick score, they're right back in it.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Any hopes of a conference championship depend on scoring and scoring quickly. Can they make a play? Wide open downfield. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Lets it fly to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. So the misfire in first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 32. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. They look to throw it here on second down. Defense is coming after him. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Promising start with the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. He escapes the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Smart heads-up play by this quarterback. Hey, listen, they're trailing. He's got to make some plays, and if nothing's open downfield, use your legs, pick up as many yards as you can, get out of bounds, and get ready for that next play.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Stepping to his right now to avoid the pressure. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Wants to throw it. That ball snagged for a completion. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Back in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Chris, they're not quite out of this game just yet. With under 2 minutes to go, they're down by 9. I'd kick the extra point here, make it a one-possession game, and then try to recover that onside kick, and you got a real shot.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. They safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
Working clock with the ground game. And the defense smothers it for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Toss play, running right. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but that first down should be enough to clinch the conference championship.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? He'll hand it off. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.